We'll start the retirement board meeting. We'll call things to order, and we'll look this to no public comment at this time. Is there a motion to approve the meeting minutes?
So
Motion to
moved.
approve the minutes?
Been moved by Colleen and seconded by somebody.
I'll
Second
second.
if you'd like. Sure.
Mark, seconded by Mark. All right, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All right, the minutes have been approved. We have no correspondence, but we do have old business. And it is the RFP.
Yes, it is. So as we talked about when we started the process, that we could we wouldn't open the proposals publicly, but we would read down a list of those that did submit a proposal. And then from there, we'll just decide on how we want to review those proposals moving forward. I don't anticipate this to take too long. So if there's no questions, I'll just read the list of those that submitted a proposal and go from there.
And that sounds great, Jason. And that's attached as a to the calendar invite, correct?
Correct, yes. Which
All
I'll
right.
also include with the minutes then as well.
Okay.
But yeah, so of those companies that submitted, you will see they're marked off on there, but we have Andco, Aon, Clearstead, Cornerstone, DeHaab Associates Incorporated, Gallagher Benefit Services, Investment Performance Services, Marquette Associates, Centurion, PFM, SEI Institutional Group, the Zori Group at Morgan Stanley, Vanguard, and Wilshire Consulting. And that is
Okay.
the list of those that submitted.
Okay. And um, we then have also the investment consultant proposal scoring sheet. So there's a total of 14 companies.
Correct.
Okay. And so
Yeah.
yeah, what are your thoughts on proceeding?
So my thought, and obviously this is up for discussion, is that by the end of this week, I can I can add all the electronic versions into a folder, share that with everyone. Everybody will be able to review and use that scoring sheet. Obviously, we can talk about the scoring sheet itself as well, and the scoring matrix there. But and then on the, I'm looking at tentatively the 4th of March to reconvene to discuss the scoring. That gives everybody almost 2 weeks to do that. So I'll end there and leave it up to any other thoughts or questions or.
That seems like plenty of time. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, and then I'm assuming, I mean, does anybody have any concerns with that? Does that sound like a good time frame?
Right.
No, that seems reasonable.
Okay. Um, and then in terms of how do we access each of the proposals, I'm assuming you'll go into that, Jason.
Yeah, so I will upload all of those into a OneDrive folder and share the link to that folder with everyone and give everyone editor access so you'll be able to review. If you want to save it yourself and make notes in the on the proposal or whatever, you can do that. But I'll have all the original copies and versions of the proposals themselves, so you don't need to worry about that component of it if you're making notes or something on it. And then yeah, and then you'll be able to read through from there. You can do the scoring sheet. I put everything all in one sheet, so you don't need to print out one for each proposal, of course, make it a little easier. But I'll share that link to the folder once I get all of them uploaded into it.
Okay. Make sure. Yep. Okay. So just looking through this, I'm thinking qualitative versus quantitative. Um, would it make sense for the price perspective, for us to use Yeah, maybe once we see one, this question won't be an issue. But are they basically? Does each one have a um, a certain amount of basis points they're going to charge us based upon our portfolio, or how would that work, or how would that look like in the proposal?
I think there's a little difference among the different proposals, so we can maybe just have I don't know if, for lack of a better term at the moment, like a thumbs up, thumb down on the price. I don't know that that needs to be a 5 point score for that one. It can just be an acceptable, not acceptable, or how we want to do that. So, yeah, we can limit the price component to it. That is, if I from the RFP itself, let me just pull that up here. I believe that's a 10% um, scoring. Yeah, it's 10% of the total 100% scoring possibilities. So the middle categories are all 20% of the weighted score. So the competence, past performance, quality, and feasibility proposal, content format, ability through the last two are 10%. Proposal, content format, and price are the least weighted of the 6 categories of scoring. So price is in there, but I think at the end of the day, that might be a deciding factor between top 2, top 3, rather than the sole tie or sole reason there. So or exclusionary method, I guess. So yeah, we can. That one can just be a yes, no, or acceptable, unacceptable, however we want to phrase that.
Okay. And then would you like us to send a completed spreadsheet prior to the meeting so they can be tallied, or how would you want to run through that?
Yeah, I think that would work. And if you have any questions or notes, that you can either retain those or include them on your scoring sheets, however you want to do, however you're comfortable doing that component of it. Obviously, that would be part of our discussion, but the scores themselves I can tally, and if everybody just uploads those to the folder that I'll share with everyone, we can keep all of the proposals plus the scoring sheets together.
Okay, great, great. Okay. Any other thoughts on this or feedback, comments? Everything's been really well organized, very well organized. So,
Thank you, Jason. That's really,
yeah.
you've done a great job. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. And sorry, I had to mute my video. I froze.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Um, okay. All right. Anything else on the RFP?
That was all I had.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. Fantastic. Well, if there's nothing else, then we will. We don't have anything from now until that meeting you suggested in March, correct, Jason?
Correct, and I'll get that scheduled, send out the invites. I'll work with Natalie to make sure everybody has room in their calendars, all that kind of fun stuff.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Okay. All right. Well, if there's nothing else for discussion, we would look for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Bye.
Aye. Thank you all. Have a great day. See ya.
You too, thanks.
You too. Thank
See ya.
you.